Tonight on Roadhouse, got a few little things regarding the Nova that I did to keep you all up with the Nova. I'm working on it quite a bit since I've got my Jeep in the shop and I've got my Impala in another shop. So I have the Nova here at the house. Want to get it done, get it running, so I can take it to where I need to get the metalwork done on it. Tired of cars not rolling. So that's what we're working on today. Let's get this thing started. The Roadhouse is sponsored by Finley River Towing and Speedy's Industrial Coatings, both in Ozark, Missouri. They'll do your towing as far as Finley River Towing, and Speedy's will take care of all your industrial and any sort of powder coating needs you might need. Call Finley River Towing if you need towing, and Speedy's Industrial Coatings if you need anything powder coated. Thank you all for watching. If your upper ball joint is an original, take off the head with an air chisel, and then go ahead and use your pointy air chisel to knock out the bolts after you take off the head. Easy peasy. Best way I've done this. The other side of the car was terrible. I think I got a sawzall out and tried to do it, and it was a pain in the butt. It took me probably 3 or 4 hours. Probably not that long, but it took me a dang long time. This took me like 20 minutes. Put in the new one, ready to go. Now, I'm going to show you how to put one of these in. These bushings from Moog. I already got the other ones out, and this is kind of like in reverse order. It's not that hard. You put it from the outside in, and you take your ball joints, fixer upper thingamajig. You can rent these from O'Reilly's or buy them. I bought mine because I have more than one car. Go ahead and put one that's going to fit on the inside there. All right, I've got it on, making sure the other side is good to go. It is. There's one that's in. The other side, for the smaller one, you want to make sure that you use some. I have a Scotch-Brite pad here. I want to make sure that I go ahead and run it around the ring on this thing so it's smooth if you painted them. Then I use some bearing grease. You don't have to, I do. Makes it a little bit easier to install. It is. got a little bit angled. So I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Now, this isn't as hard as it looks. It looks, when you undertake this thing, it looks really tough. It's nothing that you really need to worry about whatsoever at all. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's a lot of directions on the internet how to do it. That's why I'm not giving you a step-by-step, but this is something you can do to your car to probably save you, I don't know, probably about $1,000. You just buy these bushings and stuff in the ball joints, and you do it yourself. Ball joints are probably, if you get them on Amazon, they're probably a lot cheaper than if you buy them from your local box store. It works out really, really, really well when you do it yourself. I was getting frustrated, and then I just left it for about 5 minutes, ran this contraption again to where I was able to press the one of the bushings out. I was having trouble getting it out. You just take a break, do it again, make sure that if you do it on a bench, it might be a little bit easier. I did my other one on a bench. I wanted to get this one out here where you could see it a little bit. It's probably a little bit easier if you do it on a bench. It's not that hard to do whatsoever at all. It just takes a little bit of time. And if you don't want to pay probably up in the upwards of $1,000 to do both sides of your car, this isn't bad. This probably gives you a little bit of time with your car. Doesn't take that. I mean, it probably takes you, from taking them down, taking all your wheels off and everything, probably take you a good day or two to do it on your own. You could be a lot faster depending on your experience, but this is something you can do that is not that bad whatsoever at all. Excuse the shop. I got a project going here. Nova. If you look at all this crap that came out from doing the brakes, tearing up the whole entire side of the shop and moving everything. So be expecting a lot more changes in the shop, and hopefully this list starts dwindling down. Now, a couple of you have mentioned that I had my fenders were cut out, which is true. This car was a race car at one point. Yeah, somebody raced a real SS car. They painted it yellow instead of the factory Cortez silver. See if there's any. Well, here's that Cortez silver right here. It's still underneath where the chrome was at, there on that missing piece of chrome. And you can see it a few places around the car. There's a good one where it's still actually shiny and stuff. So we're going to go ahead. If you haven't watched some of my videos, we're going to turn it back to as close to original as possible. I'm not trying, there's so many parts that were missing on this car. I do not want to take it all the way back to original. I will have a vinyl top on it. As you can see, my roof is a mess on this thing. So I'm not sure how or if I'm going to, I might replace the whole entire roof. Depends on my metal guy. So, but other than that, the car's in really good shape. I hadn't said this in a video before, but I've been underneath it getting ready to pour 15 the underside, and the whole underside of the car, besides the passenger side floorboard, is in really good shape. I was really shocked to see that. I expected a lot more rust. There was hardly any rust on the whole entire underside of the car. There's a little bit of surface rust that I was able to take off with a Scotch-Brite pad. But once I get that Pour 15 underneath there, it will really, really look good. So right now, this is how the car stands. Non-factory hood. I just put a hood on here. And of course I don't have the fenders aligned and everything yet. So just working on the car as it is. All right, so you can't do that with two hands, or at least until I oil it more. There's the 454. I'm going to clone it to look like a 396. Not going to try to fool anybody. That's not the whole goal of this car. This car is I plan to try to do most of the body work myself, not the metal work. I do not know metal work. So once I get the metal work done to the car, then I'm going to do the painting most likely, and I'm going to run it around for a few years. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, the back fenders being cut out. I don't know if I'm going to put some fancy like NASCAR type over fender there for a few years, because I don't want to cut out that fender yet, but and I'm not ready for a major project yet on this car. I'd like to be able to drive it around a little bit, you know, not a grocery getter per se, but maybe a Saturday run to Lowe's type thing. And I'd like to be able to maybe take it to car shows as far as, you know, bring what you got type of thing. I'm not looking to win any awards with it, but I would like to drive it around. It's a true SS car. Still retaining the buckets in it. The 4-speed hump, and most of the SS stuff is actually in the trunk. So after assembling all the disc brake stuff back together, we got the whole car on 4s and got it on rollers, so I can roll it around the shop, see exactly where I want it when I redo my shop. What a mess this shop is right now. I want to thank you all for watching. If you have any questions regarding the Nova, let me know down in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them for you. There'll be a lot more videos on the Nova, and probably pretty soon, because I'm have 2 vehicles in the shop and this car's at the house, and it's a lot easier to work on this carburetor stuff than the all the computer stuff. I want to thank you for watching the videos on the Nova. I'm going to put all links to the Amazon products down in the description, so you can find everything that I've bought, all the Moog bushings and all that type of stuff. So take a look if you're looking for bushings. Appreciate it. And as always, if you ride her hard, don't put her away wet.